And y'all got it right here at Friendship West. Don't take that for granted, okay? Don't take that for granted. I'm telling y'all, this month is setting the stage for what's coming, okay? I want you all to meet this, well, you already know him, but I just want to give him some more love. Dr. Stacy and Juan Floyd Thomas and Lillian Floyd Thomas, the princess of us. And on the fourth Sunday, Sunday after next, Dr. Stacy Floyd Thomas found out yesterday that we're going to interview her on the fourth Sunday. We're going to interview her because she's one of the princesses of the womanist movement. She's a revolutionary princess. And so we're going to interview her.
Reel me in.
And I'm thinking about something else. And so be very afraid, because I'm thinking about something else on that fourth Sunday. Because Juan, you coming back, right? Okay, good. All right. So I'm gonna interview both of them on that Sunday, and it just hit me. Thank you, Lord. So we're gonna do that on the fourth Sunday, and then last and most, we have a graduating class today that we are super proud of. They have done an amazing job, and so we want to salute you. This is our graduating new member orientation class for the month of March. Congratulations, and we're so proud of you. Now, let me apologize right now. I was not supposed to preach today, and after that, I'm not supposed to preach, okay? Dr. Ebony Marshall Turman was our guest preacher scheduled for today, and she could not make it. And so we lift her up in prayer. She said she will be back. And so it kind of fell on me, and it's really jacked. So you all pray for me, because I sure need it right now. But if it ain't good, at least you heard them. Okay, so just know the introduction was good, even if I don't come through. All right. Let me say this. My sermonic series for this month, I got in conversation with, informed by Dr. Stacy Floyd Thomas, as I announced on last Sunday. And so we're talking this month about what mannish men can learn from womanish women. That's our theme for this month. And we got some more lessons in the intro to this. And so I want to, at the 8 o'clock service, we looked at, I just basically repeated what Kristen said and talked about, will brothers show up when sisters come through? Will brothers show up when sisters come through? Of course, I ain't got to explain come through to this audience, because come through in hip-hop lexicon speaks of being successful, doing things a certain way, the right way. So when sisters come through, the question is, will brothers show up? Because we know sisters always show up for us. But Brittany Cooper says that brothers are often absent at the scene of the crime when sisters have been subjected to being hit at that intersection of sexism, racism, colorism, classism, and all of those other isms. And so it's very important for us to understand, brothers, that we need to show up for our sisters so we celebrate them as they continue to come through. That was 8 o'clock. And so in this service, I want to lift up a passage found, is very familiar, Mark chapter 5. And there in the 5th chapter of Mark's gospel, beginning at the 25th verse, we find these words for this very brief message. I'll read in your hearing from the NIV. And a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. She had suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors. And had spent all she had. Yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. When she heard about the Jesus, she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak, because she thought, if I just touch his clothes, I will be healed. Dr. Jewel, because she thought if I just touch his clothes, I will be healed. Because she thought. Immediately, her bleeding stopped. And she felt in her body that she was freed from her suffering. And once Jesus realized that power had gone out from him, he turned around in the crowd and asked, who touched my clothes? You see the woman, the people crowding around you, his disciples? No. You see the people crowding against you? The men answered. And yet you asked, who touched me? But Jesus kept looking around to see who had done it. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet, and trembling with fear, told him the whole truth. He said to her, daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet, and trembling with fear, told him the whole truth. I want to talk about listening to your truth of how you broke the cycle. You may be seated in God's presence. Listening to your truth. Boom.